Hi, welcome to Enter the Bunker, where we launch you into thriving. Each week we talk about a different virtue that can be used as a building brick to build your own personal bunkers. We share personal stories, as well as tips and tricks to help you thrive instead of survive. So sit down, relax, and enter the bunker.
All right. And welcome, everybody.
Enter the Bunkers, this week's Thriving Thursdays. Accountability is the building brick, and my name's Kelly.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we just redid that for you guys since there was no sound at the beginning.
Whoopsie.
Welcome, everybody. Gumbo, Jimmy, DJ. Welcome in. So we were saying we downloaded an app if you watched the last episode, we downloaded an app called Catgotchi. It's very similar to the little Tamagotchis that you would have maybe played with as a kid. You never did, but I did.
I didn't. No.
I think it was like a 90s thing. Anyways, so we downloaded an app. I do have a confession. We were supposed to download it on our last Thursday. It's live, but I didn't download it until Monday.
Actually,
because I forgot. So I wasn't very even accountable to download the app in the first place. But let's see how I made out.
Yeah. So same thing happened to me. I forgot to download the app too.
Yeah.
So we were off to a terrible start in birthing our Catgotchis.
Yes, birthing them.
But once we realized the mistake, we corrected it and got underway.
Yeah.
And then
we had
something happened.
Okay. Hey, Shelby. Okay, let's just take a look at Jonathan's cat first.
So let's look at mine. Okay.
All right, so explain your cat here.
Okay, so I chose the Persian breed,
right?
Because he looked closest to a cat that's actually started to show up at my door.
Oh,
that we have named Lucky.
Oh,
yeah, and the reason we named him Lucky is because we think he's lucky to be alive.
Okay,
he's really like he's got lots of fur, and sometimes he gets mad at fur because it's just
of course,
and he's outside all the time, and he's been like roaming the neighborhood for years, and nobody he just hasn't gone into anybody's home,
right?
And so only in the last 2 months or so he's been showing up at our door more and more, and so we just started to feed him and started to put it's the middle of winter, so we started to put like a little shelter outside of our porch so that he would stay out of the snow and stuff like that. And then we started putting out a nice little, mat so that he could, when he's sitting on the porch, he could warm himself up.
And not be,
So we did all these things. And guess what? Just yesterday, he actually stepped into our house for the first time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, at first he was always hesitant. He wouldn't, we'd open the door and he just wouldn't. He was so afraid because he got caught a long time ago. We know that he was neutered.
Yeah.
I'd have trust issues too if I got, captured and had my balls cut off and left outside. Right?
Yeah.
So, and that's what happened to him. And so I decided to name my cat Lucky, and you can see I captured the first 12 minutes of when he was first born.
Yeah.
And so he was just a child, and then now today you can see he's age 2, and now he's a teenager, and 63% maturity. So there was 2 times I think where I had to give him medicine.
Did you?
Because I just didn't it was I think several hours after a while until I actually paid attention to him.
Yeah,
but yeah, he seems to be happy and healthy and going good.
I have a funny story about cats coming into the house. So I had a friend over. I think we were outside. We came inside. They let this cat in. They went to the bathroom, and then I hear Kelly, and I'm like, what? And I go into the bathroom, like, is this your cat? Like, why is it being so weird? It was hiding behind the toilet. And I'm like, that's not my cat. That's not. We had 4 cats at the time, and that was not one of the cats. This cat just came in, and then I yelled for mom because I was attacked by a cat when I was younger.
Oh.
So I yelled for mom, and I was like, Mom, I didn't know what the cat was going to do. Anyway, she got it back out. But yeah, it was so weird. This cat just roamed right in. And
wow.
I don't know. Like they said, we had company over. So it was the company that let the cat in the house. So
yeah.
But yeah, weird. Okay, so my cat died. So Yeah, I picked the Persian cat as well. It's actually kind of funny. You, Abigail, and myself all picked Persian cats. Anyways, I just picked that one because it looked the fluffiest. I thought fluffy and cuddly, and I guess we were supposed to give it a name other than our own like username sort of thing. I thought we were supposed to put in a username. Anyways, my cat's name is Kelbell, so I died. Anyways, as you can see, okay, yesterday Abigail came to my office. I was doing pretty good for like Monday and maybe half of Tuesday. And then Abigail came in my office, would have been yesterday, and she's like, "Hey Kelly, can you send me screenshots of your cat and like how's your cat doing?" And I'm like, oh yeah. So I went on, and the picture number 2 there is what it looked like. So he's sleeping, he's sitting in his own poop, and he needs medicine. At first I thought he was dead at first. So I was like, oh no, but then he was fine. Yeah, and then so I fed him. I got his hunger fully up. I got his energy. Well, I was in the midst of getting energy up. You can see his energy is still up. What was the next thing? I can't see that. What's the third bar?
Third bar is hygiene.
Hygiene. So I got his hygiene all up, but the only thing I didn't get up was fun because I was working here, doing my job, and like I couldn't just.
So you didn't play any games with your cat?
I did eventually. I did play a game. I played the games, but just not right then.
Boredom. That's
Anyways,
what happened.
I know. And then she told me to check again this morning. And when I went to check, the third picture showed up. And I was like, no. And that's how it happened.
Did you eat your cat, your dead cat?
Did I eat my? No, I didn't eat my dead cat. It's virtual. I missed the name of this. Is it a game? Yes, Shelby. Oh, you answered. Catgotchi. Why is there poop in every picture, Kelly? Well, if you all didn't notice, but like as soon as you feed those things, they poop like 2 seconds later.
That's true. But then you're supposed to clean it up. That's what you should do.
I just let my cat sit in it.
Oh, no wonder he died.
Yeah, but if I personally like Tamagotchis better. If I was to have to go. And I don't think I was very accountable to my cat overall or to the game in general. But I have little humans to take care of. So I'm just glad that they're still alive. I was more accountable to them, a real life human, than my Catgotchi. That's my accountability thing for today.
Oh my Lord. So just before the show, I jokingly came in and said, guess what happened? I was like, my cat died. And she got so excited.
I literally was like,
yeah, she was so excited. I'm like, what? You're loving that my cat died? That's horrible. But actually, I was just joking. My cat is actually still very alive and very happy. He's just taking a snooze right now, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I thought it was interesting because like, yeah, I had to keep on top of making sure that he was taken care of. And there was every so often, I would just like, it would just kind of pop in my head. I would be like, wait a minute, I gotta see how my cat's doing. And then I would do that.
That wasn't popping in my head at all.
But
unless somebody reminded me.
You gotta be accountable to your Catgotchi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, what did you learn anything from this? Like,
that I'm more accountable to humans than technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Isn't a bad thing now that I say that.
It's not a bad thing.
But one thing is I was told to be accountable for it.
Yes.
That's what. No excuses. I failed.
Look at that. Okay, so you're owning it.
Yep.
That's accountability.
Yep.
Right? So things didn't go well. So you're owning it now, and that's the good thing.
Yep.
So what going forward, if you were to be tasked again, what would you do differently?
You're really putting me on the spot there. I would maybe set alarms on my phone to make sure that, because I don't think it gave me notifications.
There are no notifications.
Yeah, so I would set alarms on my phone, like maybe at least twice a day to clean up its poop and feed it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need that extra reminder.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you're not paying attention to technology.
I was not paying attention to that at all. And where it doesn't give you the notifications.
Yeah. So set the alarm when you got to take care of it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what I would do.
Great. So you took on the task.
Yeah.
You failed at the task.
Yeah.
You owned it.
Yeah.
Knew it was your responsibility.
Yeah.
And now you know that going forward, you have to take a different approach.
A different approach, different steps. Yeah.
So that you'll be successful next time.
Right.
Excellent. So that's what accountability does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So imagine you had taken a different approach.
Right.
And you said, it's not my fault. It's a stupid app. It didn't give me notifications. It should have given me notifications. And if you just went off like that.
Like I kind of did. I was like, my kids are more important than my phone. Like I tried to justify it.
You
like
tried.
That. I did.
You tried. But then I kept pushing you and you're just like, no, it was me.
Yeah.
Right.
It is.
But you could like say like, no, the app is just stupid and it doesn't do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then when you do that, what have you learned? Nothing. And next time you go to, if you're given the task again, what's going to happen?
Same thing. Or worse.
Or worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. You throw your phone out the window because you just hate it. Whatever.
It's funny because like when you first asked me that question, that's honestly my thought. Is like I would tell them I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like that was my thought. But then you know what? At the same time, if they're asking me to be accountable for this is what we're doing this week. So and then that's when I thought of the alarm. I would set the alarms because I have to take different steps because I have to do it. It's not like I get to choose.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that's what accountability does. I mean, like if you being accountable, you were able to come up with that solution.
Yeah.
Being not accountable.
Yeah. I would have stayed in the mind track of all those other things.
It's the app's fault. It's blah, blah, blah. It's this, that.
Yeah.
And if you keep doing that, then you're not going to come up with new solutions.
Right.
And then you're not going to be able to take on a different path. And then you're going to continue to fail.
Yeah.
So accountability, a very important building brick, because that's the only way you're going to actually make adjustments so that you can be more successful.
Exactly. So we have 2 more cats to show you guys.
Oh boy.
There's Abigails. You ready for this?
Here we go. Whoa.
Abigail is Ollie.
Oh, Ollie outgrew all of ours because mine was only 2 days and some.
Holy, yours is 6 days, 20 hours, and 57
full
minutes.
100% maturity. Boom.
Good job. I took great care of my kitty. I checked up on him every few hours, made sure he had what he needed. Did you, Abigail? Like you actually thought about your cat. She didn't want him to die.
Please don't die.
Okay, so let's see here. So you went from a cat to a full-grown cat, maturity. So yes, you were very accountable to your cat. I guess, do you think fear can put accountability into people?
Absolutely.
Because she was scared. Like she didn't want her cat to die.
Yeah.
She was scared for her cat to die. So that's what made her accountable in that situation, probably.
Yep.
Interesting. Let's see how Michael did. All right. So I actually noticed today that you could change the colors. So that was cool. And then Abigail's like, oh, that would make sense why Michael's was in red. Anyways, Michael's is Spike. He picked a Norwegian.
Ooh, fancy.
His is, again, almost as old as Abigail's. Why is it only a teenager? And your maturity is only 72%.
Maybe Norwegians just take longer to
mature.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. So with this game, like the fun, each cat has 3 different games.
There's different games as it gets older. You're able to play more games. But if you get a different kind of cat, you're going to get a different kind of game.
Right. So I didn't know that until my cat died, as you all seen, and I went and did another cat, and I forget which one I did. I think I maybe did that one. But anyways, it was different games, and I was like, oh, cool, this is neat, because I didn't know that at first. I just was trying to keep that one cat alive. All right, so I raised 2. Oh, Michael raised 2. 1 lived, and 1 is a teenager, and 1 didn't make it.
Oh,
1 lived and is a teenager, and 1 didn't make it. Ah.
So he had 1 die.
Right.
Yeah. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Michael, how do you have 1 survive and the other die? It's like you neglected 1 on purpose.
Did you do that on purpose? Tell us your accountability story. Yeah. I'm curious. All right. Jimmy Joe. Pooping is healthy. Yes, it is. Do it on the daily. Okay, so this is actually I like this. I literally went in thinking 100% like I'm not taking I don't care. Like my kids are more important than an app. Like who are they to tell me? Blah blah blah. Like I literally went in thinking this. And like as you were putting the questions to me, some of me was still thinking that, but then the other part was like, no, like you know what I said that. I'm mind blown right now because I literally you all got to watch me go from like no accountability to full accountability in like 20 minutes.
Well, 20 seconds. It was more like,
it was like a
You
trigger.
just switched as soon as I was like,
Yeah.
because like I'm pressing you to like be like, what,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
So it comes to like basically what kind of questions you ask yourself, right? Because you were coming in just like, coming up with all kinds of answers of like why you shouldn't be accountable.
Yeah.
But I was asking you different questions.
Yeah.
And it forced you.
That's a good way to ask yourself the different questions.
Yeah. So you ask the right kind of, so I say it all the time. You ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers, right? You ask the wrong questions, then it'll lead you into what you were doing, which is like just not being accountable, right?
Yeah.
So if you ask the right questions, then you can start to get on the path of accountability, build that building brick, and see more success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Jimmy Joe or Michael actually answered, I tried to be equal, but like with kids, you have a favorite. No, you don't.
Wow.
That's not true, folks. That's hilarious. You might have a favorite when it comes to cats, though. Do you have a favorite for your cats?
Well,
actually, don't know. I don't think I do. I have 2 cats. My 2 real live cats are still alive, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, she hasn't eaten them yet.
Oh my God.
So yeah, actually, well, I have 2. Like I have the 2 cats too.
Yeah.
And they're very different.
Yeah.
Like, one of them is like super has to cuddle all the time, and then the other one is kind of a grump.
Yeah.
And like.
But he probably has his own little quirky things that you like about him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just like in terms of the time I spend with them, I spent like, it's not, the one is always coming at me like wanting to cuddle all the time, and then the other one, he's just the grump is like, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
So it's not that I
guess he has a favorite.
Yeah, I guess I do have a favorite. But yeah.
All right. So this was so much fun. Thank you for joining us on accountability. And next time that you feel like you might be not taking accountability, try asking yourself the right questions so you end up with the right answer and you lead yourself to accountability.
And have more success in your life.
Yeah. And we will see you next Thursday on that Thriving Thursday. Bye-bye.
See you then.
Thank you for listening to Enter the Bunker. Make sure to follow us on Instagram where you can share your story and also look at behind the scenes of how we make our podcast. You can watch the video version of this podcast on YouTube by simply searching Enter the Bunker. Tune in next time as we launch into thriving.